Alright, this is Andrew with Jonah Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Salt Lake. Today is May 19th, 2023, and we are at 1067 East, 800 South. We have the camera pushed out 104 feet, so pretty average length of a sewer line. Average length I see is around 100 feet or so. I'm going to try to wash my camera head off. I flush the toilet so that some water runs down and then it'll clean the camera head off a little bit. Well, this first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like a good connection point there. Couple small roots so far. Little bit of an offset here where the pipes have slipped a little bit. That's a spot where waste could potentially get stuck and create a blockage. Not the worst that I've seen, but it is a little bit of an offset. No standing water, which is great. That indicates that you have proper grade. There's a little bit of a bigger root. Still not huge. A little bit more root. I haven't seen any huge roots, but you definitely have some. Eventually you're going to want to have those hydrogened out, and that'll blast them all out and prevent waste from getting stuck on them. Here's a good example of what those little offsets can do, or even the little roots. You can see that waste stuck right there. That may or may not go down just with regular use. What can happen is when waste gets stuck like that, it can build up more and more and eventually creates a blockage. There's another little piece of waste stuck in there right there. It's a good example to illustrate how even small roots can cause waste to get stuck. Here's a bigger root. Still not huge, but you have enough, and they're starting to get big enough in some areas that I would recommend having it hydrogened out now. I'm accessing the line down in the basement. There's an access point at the bottom of the stack. Right near the bottom of the stairs. Big root there. Another root. Once you have roots, you're always going to have roots. It's just a maintenance item that you'll want to keep up on in the future. A little bit of a belly where it's holding some water. And more roots. The only way to to fix a belly and dig it up and re-slope it. To the right hand side right there you have some big roots. Trying to figure out where this is, what's tying into this line. 27 feet out. I'm curious if this is a shared line with a neighbor. I would recommend, in getting this line, when you have it hydrojetted, have them locate this spot, because if that's out in the driveway, you could be shared with a neighbor. It's also possible that this is, another part of the house tying in. Before I go, I will try to trace the lines upstairs to see if that would make sense, or if it points to it being a shared line. Having an old line like this, I would recommend getting the insurance, but you can't necessarily always get the insurance if it's shared, and so it's important to find out whether it is shared so that you know whether it's even a line that you can get insured. This is cast iron. Cast iron gets real rough and rusty. Eventually it will need to be replaced. Another reason to get the insurance. Alright, so just to recap, you do have a lot of roots. I'd recommend getting them hydrojetted out now. It's possible that this is a shared line. I would recommend having that transition or that T located when you have the line cleaned. That way you know whether it's a shared line with the neighbor or not. And then lastly, I'd recommend getting the insurance on the line after it's cleaned. Since it is an older line, you have a lot of cast iron and it looked like clay going through most of the yard. I'm going to end this recording now.